Hello listeners, my name's Jarvis Cocker and I just wanted to remind you that you're listening to the Joel Kafetz Show. Enjoy it.
Now this week, a new lesbian relationship drama started on UK channel BBC Three and was a complete ratings smash. 600,000 people tuned in and it's now more downloaded on BBC iPlayer than Top Gear and is being downloaded as much as primetime BBC One shows EastEnders and The Apprentice. I'm delighted to say that joining me on the phone is actress Heather Peace, who plays Sam. Heather, hello.
Hi, how you doing, Joel?
I'm very well, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks, yeah.
Tell me about Lip Service. I've actually been lucky enough to see the first two episodes. Next episode is on Tuesday on BBC Three, 10:30 in the UK. It's a massive drama, really, and fantastic that it's a lesbian drama. Tell me a bit more about the storyline.
Well, it's. I think the thing to be most proud of certainly is that I think it's a drama that sort of goes beyond the fact it's just about gay women. It becomes a love story, rather like Brokeback Mountain did as a film. You know, I think you forget about the gender of the characters involved. It's really just about five friends, two of whom are straight guys and three gay girls. And it's a kind of this life, 30-something type of drama more than the L Word. I mean, it's obviously drawing comparisons to the L Word, and a lot of people are saying that Frankie's very much like the Shane character in the L Word, but it's less like that and more like a late 20s, early 30s drama, I think, that just happens to have a lot of lesbians in it, which I think is really important, that it's not issue-based. You know, there's no kind of, gay women families or people, you know, it's not necessarily about issues and more about love and friendship and all those basic things that everybody can relate to.
No, absolutely. And just incredible characters. Obviously, me as a gay man watching it, I've been quite glued to it.
Did you enjoy it, yeah?
Do you know, I really enjoyed it. And I mean, there's a lot of quite intimate love scenes in it. I have to say, if I had any questions about lady love, they've kind of been answered, really. I was quite shocked. I was like, this is BBC Three, what's going on here?
It is beautifully lit, though, that's all I can say.
Well, there's an episode 2, for people listening who are big fans of yours, and I'm sure there are loads out there. There's a very good shot of your bottom at one point in episode 2, which we can all look forward to on Tuesday.
Yeah,
very nice bottom.
I didn't know that was going to make the final cut, because I saw the rushes, which are when they take like the long shot and the head shot and all of this for that particular sex scene you're talking about. And when I saw that long shot, I thought, oh, it's fine, because at that point they'll just come into head and shoulders. But no, when I saw the final cut, it's my bare bottom.
There was your bare bottom, very nice bare bottom. If I had a bare bottom like that, I wouldn't mind it.
Well, having read the script, I went to a few spin classes, put it that way. It's enough to terrify any woman into gymming 4 times a week.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, what is it like doing sex scenes?
I've done a lot of sex scenes with guys as well, but I think predominantly the difference with this show is that the sex was such a big part of the show that, say, for example, that first scene with me and Laura, sorry, in the next episode, took 3 hours, 4 hours to film. Whereas when I've done sex scenes with guys, they've not been predominantly about the story, so we might just do it 2 or 3 times and it'll be done in half an hour. So I think the longevity, the amount of time it took per scene was quite shocking. But the upside of that is that all of my scenes are with Laura. So after we'd got that initial thing out of the way, pretty much after that we were completely relaxed with each other and it was fine. I felt more for the girl, for Ruta Gedmintos, who plays Frankie, because every time she's with a different girl every time, so every time she was having to make another actress feel okay.
Well,
whereas,
yeah.
You know, whereas me and Laura, we just got to know each other and had a laugh about it, and that was it. You know, we'd burst out laughing a lot of times and they'd have to go again.
That is so funny. I mean, we should say, for any listeners who haven't caught up with Lip Service yet, basically the central character is Frankie, and there's a bit of mystery involved. She comes back to the UK. It's all set in Glasgow as well. She comes back to Glasgow after it's her aunt who dies, and her ex-girlfriend, Kat, you go on a date with.
A disastrous first date, yeah.
Yeah, and I have to say, basically there's a bit of a thing, Kat's still got a bit of a thing for Frankie, and you kind of come on the scene. Now, your character is the coolest character in the world. I think he's so cool. I mean, are you like that on dates?
No, I think the thing is that I like to play characters that I'd like to be like, Joel, so I put into my characters everything me, Heather, would like to be, that I'm actually not. No, I'm not cool at all. But I played Sam as though she's very cool. I mean, most people will have only seen that first episode, so I was only in that couple of scenes, first ep. But yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's very cool. Now we've got a clip actually from the second episode of you on your second date, isn't it, with Kat?
Yeah.
And you're definitely a cool cucumber. I'm gonna play it now.
I'm very tidy. I even iron my socks. I drive my flatmate mad.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine. Why?
You just seem a bit anxious, that's all.
Sorry. It's not you. Dates make me nervous. I'm really bad at small talk. I'm hopeless at flirting, and I haven't been on one in a while, so I'm really rusty.
That's okay. I tried on 4 different outfits before I came out, and then I nearly left the price tag in my shirt.
How much did you cost?
£34.99. I'm very affordable. Almost a bargain.
Well, it looks great on you. The shirt.
So you can flirt.
That wasn't very advanced.
Maybe you just need some more practice. Try me again.
Great smile.
Yeah, you're coming along very nicely.
Ooh, smooth talker there.
On the other end of the phone. That's so funny.
But so, I mean, are you single? Are you dating anyone?
No, I'm in a relationship, so quite a steady one, thank God. What with this show going out and everything, so very very well settled. Let's put it that way.
Wow, and I mean, it has been a complete ratings hit, which I think has surprised BBC Three, even though obviously it's a brilliant drama.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's what you want for a drama about lesbian people. It's a good drama and it's good characters in itself.
I just hope it continues, Joe, because I wasn't surprised by the first episode's ratings, because apart from obviously the gay audience, I think that for whatever reasons there'd be a huge element of straight men tuning in, plus certainly a lot of my straight girlfriends would have watched it, but it's about keeping those people tuned in. I think out of curiosity a lot of people will have watched, but I think it's important that hopefully the ratings stay there and that it wasn't a sort of one-off fluke, which I don't think it is, because the interest has been kept going all through the week. I've looked on Twitter and Facebook and everything, and there seems to be a real buzz about it. So we're just keeping fingers crossed for a second series.
Great. I mean, if the second episode is brilliant, watch it. Is all I can say. The characters really develop, and it is pretty steamy.
Yeah, first episodes are always tricky because you're just introducing new characters. By the second episode, it beds itself in, I think. So.
Definitely, and also you've got a small bit really in the first episode, but your character, you go on that date that we played, and your character just develops and builds a bit.
Yeah, and it does throughout the series. Really, it was always going to be just a couple of scenes in the first ep, and then it develops through the series. So you see a lot more of Sam.
Excellent. Well, because it's kind of Sam versus Frankie, isn't it? The main character get Kat, really, I suppose. And
they are complete opposites. Sam's kind of very steady. She's funny and fun and all of that, but she's very steady and sensible and safe. And then you've got Frankie, who's just a complete wild child. And it's Kat's decision at the end of the day. But yeah.
See, I go for Frankie's rather than Sam's, which is not good. Really, I should go for Sam's, but
well, that's it. It's the heart and the head, isn't it? It's one of those. It's some things you can't help who you're attracted to, and then there's another part of you going, but really, I should go for you.
I know. But as I get older, as I'm 35 now, I think I'm going more down the Sam route than the dodgy Frankie route. I hope so.
She's a marrying kind, love.
She is
the one you'd marry. Once you've had all your silliness.
That's true. Now, earlier in the year, you appeared in the prestigious Pink List Top 100.
Did you?
So I think it's amazing. You were actually at number 40.
I was absolutely thrilled.
Isn't it amazing? Now, that's the Pink List is of course published by a big newspaper in the UK, and it's 101 of the most influential gay and lesbian people in Britain today. You were 40. Now, you beat John Galliano, who was 46.
I beat Gokwan.
That is amazing. Julian Clary, who was at 70, and Joe McElderry, who was 100.
I'm sure he'll go up by next year.
I think.
No, I don't. I think it was. It was a bit mad. I don't know. I had quite a big career sort of early on in my acting. Sort of London's Burning was huge. I did that for 5 years, and Ultimate Force with Ross Kemp, and then The Chase, and all that time I was never in or out the closet, if you like. I went to gay bars. A lot of my friends are gay. I was in relationships with women, but I just never talked about it. But then I never talked about anything. I didn't do interviews, and I think it was just on the back of this series coming out, I had to talk about it. It wasn't that I'd ever said I wasn't. I just didn't do interviews. But certainly when we got into this, it couldn't be avoided. So I decided to, it's not a case of coming out the closet, because it was always there. Anyone could have snapped me coming out of a bar in London or Manchester or wherever. But I just decided, I wouldn't mind standing up a little bit more and going, yeah, I am, and I always was, but you just didn't look hard enough.
Well, good for you. I mean, do you think it's important that celebrities in the UK can't come out, and lesbian and gay celebrities, are very open about their sexuality?
I think it's a completely individual choice, and certainly from 8 to 9 years ago when my career started, it was a completely different game. It was a time when newspapers still just outed people just for the sake of outing them. There was a time I was called into LWT and the Sunday papers were going to run a story just outing me as a lesbian woman for no reason, and I still had grandparents alive that didn't know, and wouldn't have accepted it. They're no longer with me, which is not good. But for me now, there's nobody in my life that's important that doesn't know. But at that time there was, and it's not just about whether you think you should stand up and be counted. It's about your own life and your own family and the people that are close to you. Now I have the support of those people, and being that bit older, I played opposite men all the time when I was in my early 20s, and I think it would have been detrimental to my career, unfortunately, which I don't think it is now. But I think we've come that far in 7 or 8 years. I really, really do. I think things have really changed. And I'd like to stand up and hopefully have young gay women going, well, she is, and she's all right.
Definitely.
I do feel like now's the time to be sort of a bit more visible, and I'm a patron of Manchester Pride and all that. So yeah.
Wonderful, brilliant role model.
So.
So lovely to have you on the Joel Kafetz Show. It's so good. Now, tell me, you don't only act; you're also a brilliant singer as well, aren't you?
I've got, I'm doing some gigs all over the UK, starting on the, I think it's around about the 18th at the Soho Theatre in London. And then I've got them in Hebden Bridge, Nottingham, Birmingham, Glasgow. So, I mean, all the information's on heatherpeace.com. It's all on my website. Or indeed, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @heatherpeace. So I'm putting all the information on there. But maybe I could come back on your show and maybe play some acoustic stuff.
Heather, I would love that.
Yeah?
I'd love it. If you came into the studio in North London, that would be fantastic.
Why don't I do that and come and do it live? I've no problem coming in and doing it live.
Wonderful, because on your website you've got your big band stuff that's a bit older, but you've got an incredible voice. I'd love that. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, let's set up a date, and I'll come in and do a live session then, rather than sending you something pre-recorded. That'd be a bit of a giggle. That'd
be fantastic. Good, brilliant. It's a date. Fantastic.
Great.
All right. Well, look, Lip Service is on again if you're in the UK. It's on again on BBC 3, 10:30 p.m. This coming Tuesday, and then every Tuesday. Brilliant. All right, Heather. Really lovely to have you on the Joel Kafetz Show. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for asking us, Joel. Cheers.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, this is Rachel Tucker from Wicked. We're here at Gay Pride 2010. You're listening to the Joel Kafetz Show, and it's Defying Gravity.